Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning. From the Nation newspaper, we'll flip over to this day newspaper. MTN Nigeria raises 75.18 billion naira via commercial paper. Role of financial inclusion in economic growth. Economic role of financial inclusion. EFCC pledges support to NICOM in sanitizing insurance sector. Manufacturing Association of Nigeria unveils a strategy to enhance non-oil exports in global markets. Wema Bank empowers over 40 SMEs for global success. Lasaco assurance to redefine insurance sector. FBN Quest Asset Management wins BAFI Award Excellence. Health Insurance clinches 100 and Health Insurance clinches ISO 27001 certification. You are listening to newspaper headlines on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. We'll now go for a short break. When we come back, we'll continue on the stories making the headlines. Please stay with us.
Documenting memories in the 21st century is gone. When you have Ebona, the 103.5 FM, here, what are you celebrating today? Birthdays, wedding anniversary, traditional wedding, chieftaincy conferment, ofala, etc. Approach Ebona, the 103.5 FM, Ogidi today to document your event. Ebona, the 103.5 FM offers you live coverage of your events on radio and social media, video and photo coverages, feature on magazines, photo books and others, news coverage of political and other events. Take this offer and receive a complete coverage. For more information, call or WhatsApp 08065796599 or you visit Ebona the 103.5 FM Ogidi opposite Ogunike Boys inside the Ovin Residency Hotel Ogidi. Ogidi Kwenu, Ndogidi Kwenu, Adogidi Beauty Show is here again. Adogidi 2024. Una makweba pole na keep as well. Ijawele, are you up to 18 and above? Register now and win up to 1 million naira. Ebonwa Muluno Gidi Land or Wadiana. Come and represent your heritage where beauty, brain, and culture blends, empowering the women, enhancing excellence, beauty with a purpose, supporting education, and securing a future. For forms and inquiries, please call or WhatsApp 080-6329-0766 or 090-13566-263. Social media platforms at Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook at Adogidi Beauty Pageant. Forms are available at all residency hotels nationwide. And the deadline for the registration is on the 10th of December 2024. Adogidi Beauty Pageant Show. Don't miss out. Arise. Kunye. Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Napapoa production. Police vigilante. Now my business. When I was telling you, AJ radio drama, Enrico. Akụkọ ihe mere n'ihu ogbe. AJ radio drama, Enrico, Ghana Dialogue, every Monday, 8 o'clock p.m. Broadcast on Saturday, 3 o'clock p.m. Now, Ebona, 103.5 FM. If you move, I finish your business.
Amara mi le wa di la mo. Ko ma kuna ga do na ra ko na ni ko na yi. Nke ka ku ja wala na ma bu kuna ya mo le.
Residency Hotels Leofin Ogidi. Ogidi's number one place for all type of events. Burunia they were from corporate to social gathering or any type of parties, even end of year parties on the club. We have air-conditioned hall, an outdoor space of a very good capacity. When Nebiano come, let us celebrate your event in style. Residency Hotel Leofino Gidi. If you are somebody with a taste, when Emmanuel back in it, I want delicious meals, drinks, and spirits brewed in different parts of the world. For booking, call 081 8901. One more. Come, let's make your event come through the way it's dream or your plan of why. Residency Hotels Leofino Gidi or Gidi's best place for premium events. Ask for Namagoroge, Wakozian.
How best can we talk about the challenges we are having on our streets, our community, our society in general? Street report. If we do not address these challenges on Ebonadi FM, who will, as the happenings around us get as complicated as they can be.
Our government,
Street report is here to make sense of it all. Street report is causing social change across your streets. In your community, Street Report is here with hardcore journalists to get to the root of our problem. Why don't you join me, Martin, if I should KCSR number the first every Friday, 4:30 p.m. on Ebonadi 103.5 FM as Street Reports unfolds in your face. On your Martin Ebonadi corner 24/7, 24/7.
You're welcome back to Newspaper Headlines on Airborne at the 103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 080 6579 We are on to this day newspaper. Nigeria's debt to World Bank grows to $17 billion. Peter Mba, knowledge, not assets, at the soul of any successful nation. Ibrahim Gambari, IMF, World Bank policies have failed to transform Nigeria's economy. Military remains Nigeria's guardian of unity, democracy, asserts IBB. Abu Salami, Mutfwang's delay of a meeting on Ayu's replacement creating tension in PDP North Central caucus. Tinubu, Nigeria can't prosper unless every part thrives. Atiku, scam. Biwala, demoted in new posting. Sanwo-Olu, export diversification, value addition, only ways to economic recovery. UBA host business series to empower MSMEs. Military remains Nigeria's guardian of unity, democracy, asset IBB. Abu Salami, EFCC pledges support to NICOM in sanitizing insurance sector. Wema Bank empowers over 40 SMEs for global success. Oyebanji, building on Fayemi's legacy in Ekiti. Intrigues as Ayedatiwa wins re-election as Ondo governor. In Kanu, Barao welcomes NMPP, PDP defectors to APC. Office invasion. Did socio-economic rights and accountability projects goof on DSS? Facts, fiction, and fairy tale of Okowa's arrest by EFCC. Will Rauf Areboshala move to PDP? 2027, the battle for Lagos, why Obasa and Hamzat told the Ace. Tope Adebayo, Labour Party promotes mental health awareness in the legal profession. And that's the much we can take from this day newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning, from this day newspaper, we'll flip over to Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Navigating the challenges of clickbait in digital media, CBN cautions Nigerians against use of fake Swift messages. Nigeria needs individual character remodeling, not electoral reform. Lagos Monarch. Nigeria needs individual character remodeling, not electoral reform. Lagos Monarch Group urges Ondo government to prioritize infrastructure, economic growth. Ekiti community to launch a 500 million naira development fund for health facility. Osun government reacts to police shooting of park management chairman. Demands arrest. Soludo presents 607 billion naira 2025 budget. Pledges zero crime in Anambra. Ondo Students Association refused corruption allegations. Tinubu seeks National Assembly's approval to legalize National Social Register. Two arrested for murder over witchcraft allegations in Bauchi. Nigerian Navy destroys over 23 illegal refinery sites in October crackdown. UBEC trains 774 local government education secretaries on effective school management. PSC appoints AIG Ali as DIG. Federal government unfolds employment plans, hails textile union on labor education. Federal government unveils employment plans, hails a textile union on labor education. That's the much we can take from the Nigerian Tribune this morning. That will also mark the conclusion of all that we have for you on this particular edition of newspaper headlines on Ebonadi 103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 080 We'll now flip over to our WhatsApp portal for reactions. On our WhatsApp portal this morning, we have this message. This one is coming from Comrade Manley Oduogo from Odumobosi, and he says, since 1999 till date, all sorts of governments have ridden rough shod over our lives, ground the pepper into our eyes, battered our future, dehumanized us, disoriented our perception of ourselves, reduced us into political pantomimes, and messed up our economic lives. One fundamental cause of all these problems: bad leadership, deceptive, rudderless, incoherent, sheepish, lawless, insensitivity, and total corrupt. If one cannot quarrel with this cruel fate, this intolerable irony of being so near greatness and yet being so far from it, I am wondering what one must quarrel with at all. Nigerians, wake up. Comrade Manly Oduogo from Odumobosi, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Now we have this message. This one is coming from Agonabo. He's joining us from Ofa Aguluzibo, and he says the echoes of Tompulo concerns concerning Air Force will be swept under the carpet. Yet criminals will go scot free. Killing of police reports in Nigeria is barbaric, and call the federal government to do the needful. Terrorists from Mali and other countries is now in southwest is an evidence that Nigeria is failing. And he says Nigeria will be overwhelming by crisis and anarchy, and we are not far from the catastrophe as we watch as things unfold. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning, Honorable Agunabo, joining us from Ofa Aguluzibo. Still on our WhatsApp portal this morning, we have this message. It's coming from Waloto Patrick from Monteje, and he says, I think Human Rights Writers Association is very correct by urging the federal government to intensify effort towards securing the release of core members abducted in Nasarawa State. The issue of abduction, particularly involving the core members, has become a recurrent decimal in Nigeria. If it is allowed to surge unabated, there will be a time when most intending core members will choose not to do the national service than to die in the hands of barbarians in the name of doing the national service. And by that time, the aim of establishing the scheme by the former head of state, General Yakubu Gowon, will be defeated. Therefore, call on the federal government and all the security agencies in the country to, as a matter of fact, rise to challenges to ensure that the lives of the core members in the particular, that of the entire Nigerians are always protected. And if that is impossible, let the NYSC scheme be scrapped. This is coming from Waloto Patrick from Monteja. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We have a message. This one is coming from a famous Christian. He's joining us from Ifite village, Aguluzibo. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And now we'll flip over to our SMS portal. We have this message. It's coming from Onudo from Nimo. And he says, food insecurity threatens Nigeria's stability. Let them tackle the insecurity caused by terrorism, banditry, and killer herdsmen. Then every other thing will be secured and Nigeria will become stable. Onudo from Nimo. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We also have a message. This one is coming from Godwin Ayebunam from Umumbo. I am a local government area of Anambra State, and he said, Ndume calling for late Senator Ifeanyi Oba's widow to replace her late husband at the Senate is good. But does it mean there is no other capable hand from Anambra State that can replace the late senator? APC should look for another way to compensate the late senator's wife. This will help her not to feel mostly the big loss. Godwin Ayebunam from Umumbo, Ayamelum, local government area of Anambra State. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We also have this message. This one is coming from Onyekachi from Iyowa, and he says, Ndume pressurizing Anambra South people to replace our late senator with the wife, which is not what the oath he took stated, might be why our leaders seem to be unserious and deceivers. Onyekachi from Iyowa, thank you so much for joining us this morning. On our WhatsApp portal this morning, we have a message coming from Valentine Edene from Umpo, and it says, when a patriotic and good leader comes in office, he will be bothered how to make this nation great. He must boost gross domestic products by empowering private sector and putting flexible importation. A reason raw materials may not be from Nigeria, but due to small amount of money of clearing fees at wharf will help producers to expand their products. Imagine custom officers collect 18 million naira on a container for clearing fee. Is it is this not wickedness in high level? How can GDP boost be boosted? Valentine Dania from Umbo, thank you so much for joining us this morning. On our WhatsApp portal, still we have this message coming from Salome from Mbo, Tazan. He says, good morning, Metal. Thank you so much for joining us still this morning. Well, this is the spot where we'll call it a day on this particular edition of newspaper headlines on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Remember, it comes your way weekdays in the morning once it's 7 o'clock, so keep it date. And don't touch the dial of Ebona, the 103.5 FM once it's 8:20. This morning, we'll be back with joy with Birthday Splash on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. So stick with us. Till we meet again, I remain Martin. Have a blessed morning.
The challenges of documenting memories in the 21st century is gone. When you have Ebona, the 103.5 FM, here, what are you celebrating today? Birthdays, wedding anniversary, traditional wedding, chieftaincy conferment, or fala, etc. Approach Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Ogidi today to document your event. Ebona, the 103.5 FM offers you live coverage of your events on radio and social media, video and photo coverages feature on magazines, photo books, and others, news coverage of political and other events. Take this offer and receive a complete coverage. For more information, call or WhatsApp 08065796599 or you visit Ebona the 103.5 FM Ogidi opposite Ogunike Boys inside Leovin Residency Hotel Ogidi.
Ogidi Kwenu, Ndogidi Kwenu, Adogidi Beauty Show is here again. Adogidi 2024. Now, are you up to 18 and above? Register now and win up to 1 million naira. Ebonwa Muluno Gidi Land or Wadiana. Come and represent your heritage where beauty, brain, and culture blends, empowering the women, enhancing excellence, beauty with a purpose, supporting education, and securing a future. For forms and inquiries, please call or WhatsApp 080-6329-0766 or 090-13566-263. Social media platforms at Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook at Adogidi Beauty Pageant. Forms are available at all residency hotels nationwide. And the deadline for the registration is on the 10th of December 2024. Adogidi Beauty Pageant Show. Don't miss out. Arise. Kunye.
That guy we need to.
Ebona the 103.5 FM. Napapoa production. Police vigilante.
Now my business.
When I will tell you, AJ radio drama, Erico. Akụkọ ihe mere n'iwe ejije radio drama Erico ga na-abịara gị every Monday 8 o'clock p.m. with a repeat broadcast on Saturday 3 o'clock p.m. Now, everyone at the 103.5 FM.
If you move by finish your business,
Amara m ibe nwa dị ahụ ụbọchị m na-aga n'obodo m na-anụ akọ na ya na-erikọ n'anya nke ka dịkwa nke mụ na ana m ahụzikwu n'anya ma ọ bụrụ eziokwu.
Ekwekwana ka akọlụ gị nke a akọlụ.
Residency Hotels Leofin Ogidi. Ogidi's #1 place for all type of events. Burunia they were from corporate to social gathering or any type of parties, even end of year parties from the club. We have air-conditioned hall and outdoor space of a very good capacity. One Nebiano, come, let us celebrate your event in style. Residency Hotel Leofin Ogidi. If you are somebody with a taste, one man back in EDTR. I want delicious meals, drinks, and spirits brewed in different parts of the world. For booking, call 081 45 67 8901. One more. Come, let's make your event come through the way it's dream or your plan of why. Residency Hotels Leofino Ogidi, Ogidi's best place for premium events. Ask for
How best can we talk about the challenges we are having on our streets, our community, our society in general? Street report. If we do not address these challenges on EBEONADI FM, who will, as the happenings around us get as complicated as they can be?
Our government,
Whatever. Street report is here to make sense of it all. Street report is causing social change across your streets. In your community, Street Report is here with hardcore journalists to get to the roots of our problem. Why don't you join me, Martin, if I should number the force every Friday, 4:30 p.m. on EBEONADI103.5 FM as Street Reports unfolds
in your face
on EBEONADI corner
24/7, 24/7.
Man is a political animal. That's why we all have our views on politics. Political View comes to you at EBEONADI 103.5 FM. It's Martin is here every Monday, 3 o'clock p.m. to 4:30 p.m. and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. It's all about the day-to-day activities in the Nigerian political space. Views of political actors from various political parties on political process. Views of labor leaders, and most importantly, your views. Views of the common Nigerian. Tune in to EBEONADI 103.5 FM or you join online via mixlr.com/gistfm. Every Monday and Saturday, what are your political views? Keep a date.
When I was young, me and my mama had beef 17 years old. Yes, thank you. Like, subscribe, and share. Right, hit the subscribe button right here. You rock, all right? With the big boys breaking all the rules, shed tears with my baby